We are back at it Monday, the 8th day of December, 2025. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. This is one of those shows that happens occasionally 4 or 5 times a year. We have 5 pounds worth of programming in a 4-pound bag to cram it in. We're going to do it. Weather is going to be absolutely crazy this week. You talk about active weather. We're going to have rain. It's going to start raining in about an hour if you're watching the 7 o'clock version, the live version of this program. In about an hour and a half, it's going to start raining, and basically it's not going to stop until Thursday night. I'm going to give you the expected rain totals throughout the course of the week when we get to the forecast details specifically, but the numbers that you're going to hear are mind-boggling for us. We are going to have some torrential rains, both in the lowlands and in the upper elevations, high mountain snow, strong winds tonight. This is what you call active weather. It's weather like we haven't really seen around here this time of the year. It's going to be wet. Buy an umbrella, buy 2. You might wear one out. Unfortunately, there is a lot of news to get to. It was a busy news weekend. We'll have all of that. We have a lot of news. We have a lot of sports to get to. Seahawks turned it on late, took care of the Falcons. The Wild pulled out a victory over Calgary last night in Canada. Highlights of that. We'll talk about the State 1A football championship between the Bulldogs and the Royal Knights. You all know what happened on Friday afternoon. We'll have highlights of that as well. There was a lot of sports to get to. Mike Minotti has an opinion as well. This is a crazy show. Buckle your seatbelt, folks. Grab your coffee. Here we go. It's tour time. Now, right now, it looks pretty quiet, pretty benign. That is going to change. To call the weather pattern active is an understatement, to say the least. While you're looking at that camera of the Wenatchee Heights camera, I want to let you know, in case you missed it, we set a new record high on Friday. We hit 49 on Friday, which is a new record high for December 5th. But that 49-degree mark Friday was just before midnight. That's when all that warm air from the Pineapple Express came in. And we tied a record high on Saturday. We got to 54, which tied the record high for December 6th. So we set a record on Friday, tied a record on Saturday. Beautiful view from the Arando Rock. I met a nice gentleman yesterday who said, don't forget to mention Turtle Rock because it's really cool. So there I am. I'm mentioning Turtle Rock, which is right smack dab in the middle of your screen. I went on Turtle Rock one time about 10 years ago. Rattlesnakes everywhere. We didn't stay very long. Let's check out the Omi Garden camera. That's beautiful. It's basically the same elevation as the Wenatchee Heights camera. It's just on the north side of the valley, so it gives us a chance to look either direction. Snow on Mission Ridge, quite a bit. With all the strong winds they had, I wonder if they had to shut down the lifts on Saturday. Saturday was breezy in addition to that record high temperature on Saturday. And that is Billy Goat. The set of lights that you see in the bottom is Pateris. Then you go up the highway about 10 miles to Brewster. Can't see Bridgeport. It's on the other side of that ridge. And then you're on your way up to Omak, Okanagan, Arando, Tenasket, Riverside, and Canada. All right, there's a lot going on. First of all, we have a flood watch all day today, and there is a distinct possibility, especially near the burn scars. I'm talking about the burn scar from the lower Sugarloaf fire earlier in the summer, because there's really not a lot of vegetation and plant life to hold the soil in place where the lower Sugarloaf fire took place. For the Labor Mountain fire, it was in more steep terrain, more trees, maybe not so bad there, but that is not a misprint. Anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain along the east slopes of the Cascades. That includes Stevens Pass. It is going to just come down in buckets, and so if you live anywhere near a steep slopes, steep terrain, or near a creek that might get up there, or of course near the burn scars, we have the possibility of rock and mudslides. Let's throw some wind into the mix. Why not? No real wind today, but strong winds tonight for the Wenatchee Valley. This is sustained gusts. This is not the sustained wind. This is gusts. For the folks out in Spokane Valley, they're under a high wind watch. The basin's going to get hammered pretty good. It's going to be windy here tonight. Sustained winds at about 20 miles an hour, but we'll see gusts above 30 for the Wenatchee Valley, in addition to the heavy, heavy rain that's in the forecast all day today and especially overnight tonight. And this is going to happen all the way through this week. This is going to be, it's basically one series of warm and wet weather systems after another. The most powerful one will come in later on this afternoon, overnight tonight. So everybody is going to get rain, as I mentioned already. Basically, once the rain starts later on today, it's really not going to stop. There'll be a couple of periods, a few hours here and a few hours there, when the rain is either going to taper off or stop. But for the most part, once the rain comes later on today, it's not going to stop until Thursday night. Your 7-day forecast is brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee. It's where comfort, care, and community come together. I'm going to give you, as you look at the forecast, I'm going to give you the expected rain totals that the National Weather Service Hydrological Department has spit our way. For today, during the day, anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of rain possible. Tonight, between 1/2 an inch of rain and 3/4 of an inch of rain. And I'm talking about the Wenatchee Valley now when I do these rain totals. Tuesday, between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch of rain. Tuesday night, anywhere between 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Wednesday, another 1/4 of an inch of rain to 1/2 an inch of rain. It slows down a little bit Wednesday. We'll have light rain on Thursday, and then it ends supposedly on Thursday night. But this is an unprecedented weather, actually a series of weather events that are heading our way. We normally don't see this in now pretty much mid-December, and all of those temperatures extraordinarily warm. Keep in mind, our normal afternoon high is 35 degrees. Our overnight lows will be considerably warmer than what our afternoon highs should be. If this is December, folks, you fooled me. Anyway, it's going to be wet. We're going to take a break and come back with the news. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular, family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. Warm up with one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
38 degrees, 93% relative humidity. It's going to start raining within the hour to an hour and a half, and it's not going to stop raining until Thursday evening, with heavy rains anticipated this afternoon and tonight, and then again Thursday night, then again Tuesday night into Wednesday. Get ready for a very wet and warm weather pattern. It's 9 minutes after the hour. A Wenatchee teenager was killed in a crash early Saturday morning while fleeing law enforcement. This happened on Highway 97, about 4 miles south of Orondo. 4 passengers in the car hospitalized. The Washington State Patrol reports that a 2020 GMC Canyon being driven by 18-year-old Enrique Garcia was in a, quote, active pursuit with law enforcement, end quote. This is about 4:30 on Saturday morning when it failed to negotiate a curve and rolled. The GMC came to rest in a ditch and became fully engulfed in flames. Garcia died at the scene. 3 residents of Wenatchee and a juvenile from Orondo, they were taken to Confluence Health Hospital with undisclosed injuries. Our media partner at the Wenatchee World reports that the GMC was traveling at about 80 miles an hour when a Douglas County deputy attempted to pull it over for speeding. The GMC allegedly turned off its headlights, and that prompted the deputy to end his pursuit. Trooper Jeremy Weber said the deputy eventually helped the 4 passengers from the vehicle, but Garcia was overtaken by flames. The exact cause of the crash is still under investigation. A passenger in a pickup died Saturday morning after it struck a school bus carrying the Cascade High School wrestling team on Highway 97A just north of the Knaps Hill Tunnel. According to the Washington State Patrol, a 2003 Ford Ranger was traveling southbound at about 7:30 Saturday morning when it crossed the center line and collided head-on with the school bus. A 63-year-old resident of Aniat was pronounced dead at the scene. His name is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. The driver of the pickup, 32-year-old Marco A. Trejo, was transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. He was airlifted there, serious injuries. The driver of the school bus, 39-year-old Jose M. Solis of Wenatchee, he was treated for non-life-threatening injuries at Lake Chelan Health. According to a Facebook post from the Cascade School District, the 10 passengers on the bus were not harmed. Icy roads may have been a factor in the collision. The Cascade wrestling team was en route to Omak to participate in a tournament. Authorities have confirmed the name of the 18-year-old driver in the deadly crash 2 weeks ago that has now killed 2 East Wenatchee juveniles. Sergeant Joe Eaton with Wenatchee Police Department says Jared Jeffrey Smith of Wenatchee, he was the driver of the 2018 Audi sedan that crashed at high speed into an oncoming pickup. This happened near the Easy Street roundabout back on November 21st. The collision badly injured Smith, who's been under treatment at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle ever since. A 12-year-old passenger, Bentley Knight of East Wenatchee, was pronounced dead at the scene. And last week, NCW Life learned that Smith's second passenger, 14-year-old Eric Figueroa of East Wenatchee, has also died after several days of hospital care. Eastmont Junior High, where Eric attended school, sent a notice to families on Thursday informing them of his passing and offering grief support for students. Court records show there have not been any criminal charges filed so far in the crash. Eaton says his agency is still seeking information in that case. Anybody who was on or near the Wenatchee River Bridge at about 7 o'clock on November 21st is asked to contact the Wenatchee Police Department. An 18-year-old who led police on a chase in a stolen vehicle through East Wenatchee has pleaded guilty in the crime. Alex Paul Jorgensen of Wenatchee allegedly stole a Jeep Cherokee that was parked with the keys in it in the 500 block of Orondo Avenue. This happened in September. When East Wenatchee police spotted Jorgensen driving the stolen Jeep near Garden Plaza the following day, he attempted to flee and crashed into one occupied police car. While doing that, police stopped him with a pit maneuver in the 300 block of South Kentucky Avenue. In Douglas County Court on Thursday, Jorgensen pleaded guilty to second-degree assault, reckless driving, eluding police, and possession of a stolen vehicle. He's due to be sentenced in January. He could face 17 months in prison. Jorgensen is scheduled to enter another plea in Chelan County Court this week over the theft of the vehicle itself. An East Wenatchee man is charged with using a juvenile courier to deliver an illegal purchase of Xanax, which may have contributed to the death of its buyer. 20-year-old Damian Figueroa allegedly sold a $30 supply of Xanax in September to an 18-year-old buyer who suffered an overdose and died early the next morning. East Wenatchee police say phone records and traffic cameras show that Figueroa agreed to sell the depressant drug to the victim and that a 17-year-old associate dropped off a baggie of Xanax where the buyer could pick it up. He was arraigned Thursday on charges of complicity in a drug sale and involving a minor in a drug transaction, both of which are felonies. Figueroa has not been charged with causing the death of the alleged buyer. The Wenatchee Valley College Foundation has found its next director. Clint Strand has been a Leavenworth City Council member since 2017, serving on the Affordable Housing Committee and as a member of the Finance Committee. Strand has previously worked for Cascade Medical as the Public Relations Director and as a Communications Specialist at Confluence Health. He takes over for Rachel Evie, who left the foundation early this year to take over Our Valley, Our Future as his first Executive Director. As the director of the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation, Strand's jobs duties includes overseeing fundraising efforts, special campaigns, and the allocation of scholarship funding. His first day on the job was the first day of this month. And from time to time, the broadcast media class at Eastmont High School allows us to borrow some of their content so we can show it to the masses. And the Eastmont High School team sat down with teacher Eric Duffy, is using his technology skills to lead woodworking students in Eastmont's Career Technical Education program. Duffy says it's rewarding to train his class and then turn them loose on a hands-on construction project.
We're here at Eastmont High School at the wood shop. There's been a lot of changes here since Mr. Howard retired last year, and we're here to ask the new wood shop teacher, Mr. Duffy, about his new changes to the class. I'm Jacob Pearson. I'm here with Mr. Duffy at EHS. Mr. Duffy, I got a few questions for you.
Sure.
So you taught computer classes at junior high before coming here. What inspired you to make the move from teaching technology to teaching woodshop?
Well, the technology classes, one of my favorite ones was drafting. And so we learned about how to design projects. And so it was an easy transition. We still get to do some of the design work here in the woodshop, and we get to build it. We get to see our product, and I enjoy using the tools. I'm comfortable with the safety aspect, and so it's just a good environment for me working with older students as well.
Very good. What are some of the main skills or lessons that you hope students will take away from your class?
Skills is the biggest thing. I hope they are comfortable and confident when using all those power tools out there. I hope they're confident that they could take a look at a set of plans and build a project from start to finish on their own. So the next step in that, and some of the advanced students are able to design their own projects, and learn about that process as well, because they're going to want to build something for themselves, and they're going to be on their own. I want to give them some confidence to be able to do that.
How have students responded to getting more hands-on experience with real-world construction projects?
First time I've taught this construction class, and it's been good. I think we built a little mini bathroom, and then we're building a life-size one out there, and they enjoy the learning and the project for the mini. But I think I don't even grade, but students are more than willing to come out there and pound some nails and draw some lines and make sure we're building it correctly, sound and square. So
let's hear more about this construction class. What do you guys do on a daily basis?
On the daily, we typically just get in here. We start with a little bit of drawing. Is a key skill when you're in this room, because if we want to build something, the best communication method is to have a picture, right? And a set of plans would be great, but what if we don't got it? Then we got to sketch it out ourselves. When I'm designing stuff and communicating with my colleagues in the metal shop, or somebody wants me to build something for them, the first thing I do is I just draw.
Thank you, Mr. Duffy, for answering all our questions. That's all I have for you today here at the Eastmont High School Woodshop.
That brings back memories of my time in junior high, watching other people build stuff in shop. I was really good at that. That is the news, and if this morning is any indication, we're going to have a lot of news for you tonight at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Grant Olson, our weather guy, he's going to be really busy. You know what's happening. Extremely active weather with torrential rains all week. You'll want to stay in the loop, and you'll want to do that by watching the evening news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on television. If that doesn't work for you, or you're unplugged and you consume all of your television via the internet, we got you there. Our news will be up and running on our YouTube page. It'll be on our homepage. Of course, we stream all the time. You can watch us anytime you want by clicking on the live stream icon. And of course, we're on Roku. We're on Amazon, the Fire Stick thingamajigger. We try to be omnipresent, which occasionally isn't such a good thing. When I'm out and about on weekends, I hear some stuff. But most of our viewers like us. You want sports? Boy, have I got sports for you. 2 minutes away, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Monday edition on the NCW Life channel.
When flooding hit Serve Wenatchee, their office and Fresh Hope Market were devastated. But their mission to help prevent homelessness in this valley hasn't stopped, and neither will we. I'm Todd McLaughlin, General Manager at Apple Valley Honda. Now through the end of the year, we're donating $25 to Serve Wenatchee every time someone takes a test drive. And if you happen to buy a vehicle, we'll give an additional $100 in your name. Because when our neighbors are in need, this community steps up, and we're proud to be part of that.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Sports at 22 minutes after. Ooh, that's cool. Cool bird there just flew by. Seattle Seahawks took a 6-6 tie into halftime, and then they rolled over the Falcons in the second half in Atlanta. The final was 37-9. The second half started just the way you wanted to. Rashid Shaheed returning the second half kickoff, 100 yards. That started the scoring barrage as the Seahawks played their second straight game without allowing a touchdown. Seattle's defense came up with 3 turnovers. The Seahawks won for the 7th time in 8 games. Sam Darnold threw for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns, a couple of scores to Jackson Smith and Njigba, and another to Cooper Kupp. Here's post-game reaction from Coach Mike McDonald, Rashid Shaheed, and Sam Darnold.
Great win. Really proud of our team. The resolve we had. I mean, we wanted to start the day fast, and it was tough getting going. 10 a.m. start, but you could feel the guys were trying. We just hard to get the momentum there, and Atlanta was playing really good on defense initially, but man, I'm really happy and proud of our second half. The guys stacked plays, played complementary football, played the situations really well. Obviously the kickoff was great to get a return finally. Can't wait to watch it and who popped all those blocks, but man, just really proud of our crew. You know, the mentality we have, the resolve, the connectedness, really great. So much deserved win. The guys had a great week. Let's not take these East Coast trips for granted. This is not easy, and Atlanta's a good football team. So I'm really proud of our guys.
Is it true you called the Shaheed touchdown at halftime?
Maybe.
We heard Mike might have predicted your kick return at halftime.
He did call it. Yeah. He did. Yeah. I'll give him credit for that.
Was something about the look or that you guys hadn't practiced this week or something? How did you know, or how did he know you think that's when it was coming?
Yeah, we just knew that we were going to have an opportunity coming out of halftime. Based off the film that we watched, we knew that we were going to have an opportunity to score, and that's what we did. We had perfect calls, and that's a testament to our coaches and how they get us prepared.
Yeah, I thought today was a total team effort. Obviously in the first half didn't get off to the start that we wanted to offensively. I think we did, most of everything that we wanted to. We just didn't finish in the red zone. And so I think for us, that's kind of been a theme. We just got to continue to finish in the red zone and harp on that throughout the week. But we did a great job in the second half of coming back and finishing the game strong. And I feel like our defense and obviously our special teams, the way that they started the second half was unbelievable.
It seems like you got in a rhythm at the end of the first half with the throw to Rashid and then the throw to AJ. Was that last drive kind of important for you guys in getting ready for the second half?
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of getting up on the ball and using some tempo there, I think definitely helped us.
Hawks are back at Lumen Field Sunday. They'll take on the 8-5 Indianapolis Colts, and then they host the Rams on Thursday, the 18th. Here's the rest of the scoreboard for the NFC West. First of all, there's the Seahawks. Nice victory over Atlanta. Rams rolled over the Cardinals. The final there was 45-17. 49ers played nobody. They sat on their couches and swilled beer, I'm just assuming. So the standings are still the Rams and the Seahawks technically tied. Rams currently hold the tiebreaker, of course, because they beat Seattle earlier in the year down in L.A., but Seattle has a chance to even that score on Thursday the 18th with L.A. coming to town. College Bowl schedule is out. There are 41 bowl games, and guess who gets to play bowl game number 2? The Huskies. They'll be in L.A. this Saturday for the second of 41. That's a lot of bowls. And it gets underway Saturday at 5 o'clock when they take on Boise State in the L.A. Bowl at SoFi Stadium. Again, that's Saturday at 5 o'clock. Cougars got to wait until the 22nd, but they don't have to go very far. They'll be in Boise. They'll take on Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Again, on December 22nd, of course, they'll have to do it without their coach, Jimmy, in case you missed it over the weekend. Head coach of the Cougars, Jimmy Rogers, leaving that job to be the head coach at Iowa State. Well, the Seattle Kraken, they've now lost 5 in a row. The Red Wings got the better part of them over the weekend. The final there was 4-3. They really do miss their leading scorer. The Kraken do. This is a bad slump. They've lost 5 in a row. They'll try and right the ship tonight. The Minnesota Wild at Climate Pledge Arena, 7 o'clock on Kong TV. Women's college basketball scoreboard from over the weekend looks something like this. On Saturday, Gonzaga knocked off UC Davis 83-72. They led UC Davis really back in the game later on. And on Saturday, Eastern Washington women took care of South Dakota 67-63. Then yesterday evening, entertaining game, but the Huskies couldn't pull it off. Number 16, Southern Cal ladies. The Lady Trojans knocked off the Lady Huskies 59-50 in Los Angeles. Men's college basketball scoreboard on Saturday. Huskies had one of their biggest victories they've had in a long time. They knocked off the Trojans. The 24th ranked Trojans did it easily, 84-76 in LA. Eastern Washington knocked off Kansas City 90-66 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, number 11 Gonzaga, without Graham Ike, their leading scorer, he sat out. 13 players played, 12 of them scored, 109-58 over North Florida, and it wasn't even that close, and the Cougars lost to Nevada. The final was 78-64. Well, both the Kashmir Bulldogs and the Royal Knights each scored 3 touchdowns on Friday afternoon, but in the end, Kashmir went for 2 with 18 seconds left, and they end up falling 1 point short. They lost the WIAA State 1A football championship 21-20 Friday afternoon in a rather blustery Husky Stadium. Let's go to the footage as the number 2 seed, the Bulldogs, had to use the visiting locker room at Husky Stadium, and it was very, very windy all day at Husky Stadium for the Bulldogs and the Royal Knights. There is Kashmir taking the field. To the first quarter we go. Royals' first touchdown. Grant Wardenarer, the lefty, rolls out, and he'll hit Anderson Brown for the touchdown. In the first quarter, Royal takes a 7-0 lead. Kashmir answers with their quarterback, Ryan Hatmaker. He is going to find David Odenreiter for the pass and the touchdown. It is good. It is 7-6 Royal. Kashmir went for 2, didn't get it. About 3 minutes later, there is Grant Wardenarer again. He hit Jax Jenkins in the open. He outruns the Kashmir defensive backfield for a 71-yard touchdown. Royals, with the extra point, takes a 14-6 lead into halftime. To the third quarter we go. Jacoby Tate on a 2-yard run, pounds it up the gut, and Kashmir pulls within 2. It's 14-12. Because of the missed early extra point, they decided to go for 2. Ryan Hatmaker called his own number, and Kashmir would tie the score at 14 apiece in the third quarter. Nicely done. 14-14 in the third. Late in the third quarter, Dax Jenks will run for 21 yards for Royal. This is it. There's a face mask penalty on Kashmir, which of course was refused. 21-yard run by Dax Jenks for Royal. That makes it 21-14 Royal after the extra point. And then a big turnover. Driving late in Royal territory, Hatmaker will pass it to Isaac Zavala, who, while trying to make his way into the end zone, is stripped by Anderson Brown. He takes the ball away. Kashmir is denied, but they're not done yet. Late in the fourth quarter, Hatmaker, a long pass to Logan Spees, gets them down the field and a chance to take care of business. Kashmir will score their third and final TV. Once again, Ryan Hatmaker calls his own number, and he is in for the touchdown. It is 21-20. They have there's 18 seconds left now in the game. Kashmir goes for two and the state championship. Isaac Zavala will take the direct snap from the center. We'll try to find Logan Spees in the end zone. So it's Zavala with the snap, turns around, tries to find Spees. The pass is incomplete. And with that, Royal would run out the clock and win their sixth consecutive state championship. A heartbreaker for the Kashmir Bulldogs, but 21-20, there they are getting the second place trophy. Great year for Kashmir. They went 11-2 on the year. There are only 2 losses to Royal. If you're going to lose, you might as well lose to the state champions, I suppose. After the game, head coach Brian Bremer of the Kashmir Bulldogs spoke to our media partner, the Wenatchee World.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of the guys' grit. I'm proud of the guys' effort. We're not into moral victories. We didn't get it done. We fell short today. I got to do a better job getting these guys ready to win football games, right? And, you know, we like some stuff to be on offense. I'm really proud of our quarterback, Rylan Hatmaker, and for Isaac Zavala just to hang in there and continue to compete. And our defense was exceptional. I'm proud of the group, not happy with the result, proud of the group, and, yeah, this one's on me. I got to do a better job.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you have to say to your seniors?
Just thank you. These seniors have won a lot of football games, and they kind of flipped the script for us a little bit. And when these guys were freshmen, is when we kind of got over our first hump, made our first quarterfinal, and you know, obviously getting Husky Stadium was a goal of ours, and we didn't get the last one to put a gold ball in the case. So really excited about that group and that we were able to get here. Really bummed that we weren't able to get it done for them.
And it was a really exciting last drive. The last one would have been a lot of glory. Can you tell me a little bit about why you chose to go for it all?
Because I trust my guys. That's why I went for it, because I trust my guys and that they would execute. That last one's on me. It really is, 100%. We have a whole plethora of two-point plays that we like, and that was one of them. We have always practiced that as a little bit shorter throw to the back of the end zone, maybe not necessarily the far pylon. So I trusted Isaac, I trusted Logan. I thought they executed the best they could, and it was open, but it's neither one of those guys' fault. I had an inkling that it might go stretch a little further this week and be a little bit further close to the pylon, and I just got to do a better job of coaching that up in week and making sure those guys are ready for that.
Well, it was a great game, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Go Dogs.
Tough loss for the Bulldogs, but a good season all the way around. So the fall sports season is now over. In case you missed it, here are your WIAA state football champions. They went to overtime in the 4A, and Sumner knocked off Lake Stevens 41-35 to win the 4A championship. O'Day scored a late touchdown to knock off Mount Tahoma. They win the 3A championship 21-14. Archbishop Murphy is back. They knocked off Tumwater 35-20 to win yet another 2A championship. There's Royal with her 6th consecutive championship over the Bulldogs. 2B champions, Tri-Cities Prep, they rolled over Toledo 47-34, and DeSales wins the 1B championship over Liberty Christian 26-14. All right, Prep scoreboard from over the weekend and a game that we had Friday right here on the NCAA Live channel. The Eastmont girls came all the way back from a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter, but the Kamiakin Braves pulled out the victory. The final Friday was 51-49. Ferris snuck by Moses Lake 60-45. Quincy, in a low-scoring affair, beat Omak by 3. It was Chelan over Ephrata, 34-23 in girls basketball. Pateras, no issues with Bridgeport. That's not a typo, 64-8. Curlew beat Tenasket Friday night girls basketball 40-28. Waterville Mansfield stopped Soap Lake 58-16, and Wilson Creek over Antioch 42-40. Girls basketball on Saturday. Waterville Mansfield, they were busy. They had to play again. Turn around to beat Cascade 58-33. Lakeside at a 9 Mile Falls destroyed Quincy by a bunch, 65-33. Clay Elum rolled over Liberty Bell in girls basketball Saturday night, 65-13. Brewster knocked out Freeman 51-37. As Republic by 24 over Tenasket, and Lake Roosevelt beat Bridgeport, I should say, 67-6 in girls basketball on Saturday night. Boys basketball on Friday. This is how tired I was when I did sports this morning. I forgot to put the Eastmont game in there. Kamaya can beat the Wildcats. Elsewhere, the Walla Walla Blue Devils knocked off the Panthers in Wenatchee 65-39 on Friday night in boys basketball. Ferris took care of Moses Lake by just a point. Exciting game there. Chelan beat Ephrata 65-34 in boys basketball on Friday night. Quincy over LaSalle. Tenasket over Curlew. Summit Classical took care of Garden City Academy. Waterville Mansfield knocked off Soap Lake. And Antioch beat Wilson Creek by 31 on Friday. That was Friday. Now we go to Saturday. Cascade knocked off Waterville Mansfield 50-33. This is all boys basketball. Lakeside out of 9 Mile Falls made it a sweep over Quincy. Boys winning 58-31. Davenport knocked off Manson 73-29. Lake Roosevelt over Bridgeport. Freeman over Brewster. Liberty Bell beat Clay Elum 72-57. And Tenasket got by Republic by 12. Well, the Wenatchee Wild closed out their 3-game road trip up in Alberta with a nice 3-2 victory last night over the Calgary Hitmen. By the way, it was teddy bear toss all 3 games they played over the weekend. In Lethbridge on Friday, in Medicine Hat on Saturday, and then last night in Calgary. But the Calgary fans had to wait until deep into the 3rd period before they could toss the teddies. Tobias Tversnik, by the way, stopped 47 shots last night.
As Hitman Hayden Scholar is in, tied up by Fluker, wrestled down. There'll be a penalty. Will it be a penalty shot? It will. Hayden Scholar will shoot for a teddy bear goal here. Whistle sounds. Scholar picks up the puck, and here he comes at center. Crowd starting to rouse up. Hayden Scholar to the Wenatchee net, the forehand, the backhand, save made by Tversnik. Got the right pad on that as Scholar tried to tuck it around the leg. Talk about the Wild and their 4th best penalty kill. The power plays could have some problems today. Given the elite work on the shorthanded side. Draw down, scrummed out by Wenatchee. They'll bring in Tate up the left side, shooting, ping off the bar. Whoa. Referee says it's in. And the Wenatchee Wild are celebrating. The goal light never came on, but the referee points at a goal. Potentially 1-0 Wild here on a shot from Boston Tate. Here, a great chance there, but Eric too, a monster stop in that Calgary net. Watching through his mask, Wild win a draw and score. Luca Sherbina straight ahead with it, and it's 2-0 Wenatchee.
Right off the face-off, the puck is lying in the face-off circle, and Sherbina just chops at it, goes top corner over Eric Two's shoulder.
Man at the line, Macbeth right side of the ice. Here's Emrine, front of the net, pass, knocked away, and it's loose. Here's Molgachev, couldn't get into the net. Wild are sprawling out on everything, including the goaltender. Elliott can't get the puck out. Molgachev on the pass from Macbeth, side of the net, more in front shot, scores! Ethan Moore puts Christmas magic in the air in the form of teddy bears. Here they come. It took 44 shots, but Calgary's got their first goal. It's a mob scene. Calgary trying to rally to complete a 3-game sweep of the weekend. After winning at home Friday, now a breakaway pass, Wilder in, here's a shot, Torrey scores! Zane Torrey out of California has got his 2nd goal of the year. And the Wild have re-established the 2-goal lead, it's 3-1.
Yeah.
Play to left side, here's Molgachev, walks in, shot, missed the net. And from there, you're going all the way back into your own zone to grab it off the glass.
At room short side, glove side. Goalie went down really early, but just missed the mark.
30 seconds left. Molgachev takes the pass from Hamilton, dancing in, trying to get by Tate. Net drive, shot, save, rebound, scores! Axel Hurtig puts it home. 22.1 seconds to go. Calgary trails 3-2. Up top now to Ora, took a shot, couldn't get it through. Wild to clear, can't get it out. 5 seconds left, puck to the corner. Wild will seal it off. And this game ends with a Wenatchee Wild skating to a 3-2 victory.
That's way to end the road trip. Wenatchee is back home Friday night. The Tri-City Americans are in town. It is ugly sweater night. Austin Grade, of course, will be on this very program tomorrow to talk Wild hockey. It's 39 minutes after the hour. I just did 17 minutes worth of sports, so we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have the obscure holiday today in history, some celebrity birthdays, and opinion from Mike Mad Dog McDonough. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Order ready for Susan?
During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit Abby's.com. Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
Welcome to Bliss. Population U. This is the you that appreciates the warmth of a good coat and the fit of a purposeful boot. At Coastal, we want to be your partner in finding your bliss. We are hopeful and helpful because we're about this community. So when you're looking for a place called Bliss, trust Coastal, your country lifestyle superstore. Coastal, we're just what the country needs.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
42 minutes after the hour for your obscure holiday. First of all, it's National Lard Day. Don't cook with lard, it's not good for you. It's Mother's Day in Panama. It's pretend to be a time traveler day today. December 8th is National Brownie Day. December 8th is National Youth Day in Albania, for all of you folks watching in Albania. But today is Lost and Found Day. Today, they remember those things that you lost, either physical objects that you misplaced or maybe in a metaphysical sense. I mean, you can lose things, that isn't an inanimate object. The average person spends about 10 minutes a day looking for stuff. Yeah, you spend about 10 minutes a day during your waking hours trying to find stuff. No surprise there. The most common lost items in order: number 1, cell phones; number 2, keys; number 3, glasses. Every week, approximately 12,000 laptops are lost in United States airports, and in Chicago alone, 120,000 cell phones are misplaced in taxi cabs every year just in Chicago. Think about that. Let's go to Disney World. The most commonly used, most commonly lost item in Disney World every day, 210 pairs of sunglasses are turned in to the lost and found at Disney World every day. Sunglasses, number 1. They estimate, this is true, according to Disney World, they estimate that since Disney World opened in 1971, they've taken in over 1.73 million pairs of sunglasses in Disney World in Florida. Every year in Disney World in Florida, more than 6,000 cell phones are turned into lost and found, 3,500 cameras, 18,000 hats. When you take an amusement park ride, your hat has a tendency to fly off, and 7,500 autograph books every year just at Disney World. Lost and Found Day today. It's 44 minutes after the hour. 84 years ago today, before a joint session of Congress at 12 noon, Franklin Delano Roosevelt delivers one of the most famous speeches in American history, a little more than 24 hours after imperial forces of the Japanese Navy attacked Pearl Harbor. It's time to go to war. One of the most famous speeches of all time. And by the way, even though FDR had a speech writing staff, he was one of the very first presidents to have a full-time staff to write his speeches. The speech you're about ready to see, FDR wrote himself.
Yesterday, December 7th,
1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
Roosevelt wrote that speech himself. Within the hour, both the Senate and the House of Representatives voted to go to war. One dissenting vote, just one no vote. The pacifist representative from the state of Montana, Jeanette Rankin, voted no. That was on this date in 1941. And December 8th, 1980, just like today, was a Monday. I was a sophomore at Wenatchee High School. I had just gotten back from basketball practice. It was fairly late in the evening. I was eating. Mom had left dinner warm for me in the oven. I was eating dinner. I turned on in the kitchen. I turned on the kitchen TV to watch the end of the Monday Night Football game between the Dolphins and the Patriots when Howard Cosell, well, this is what happened.
Gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7. In case the folks missed the earlier news flash, ABC News has confirmed that John Lennon, a member of the famed Beatles, maybe the best known member, was shot twice in the back outside of his apartment building in the west side of New York tonight, rushed to the Roosevelt Hospital, dead on arrival. An unspeakable tragedy. Details on Nightline 30 minutes after the end of this contest.
He was shot late this evening in front of his apartment building in New York City. Apparently, he was killed almost immediately. The man who shot John Lennon walked up to the musician as he was leaving his limousine. According to eyewitnesses, he said, "Mr. Lennon," and then fired at him point blank at least 5 times.
Former Beatle John Lennon is dead. He was shot a short time ago outside his Manhattan apartment building. He died at Roosevelt Hospital. Police have a suspect in custody.
This evening, John Lennon arrived at the emergency room at the Roosevelt Hospital. He was dead at the time of his arrival. Numerous resuscitative efforts were made after his arrival in the hospital, including transfusions, surgical procedures, other procedures, but in spite of the effort of many physicians and after many procedures, we were unable to restore the life of Mr. Lennon.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Brokaw. This is today, December 9th. I'm here with Jane Pauley, and this entire half hour will be devoted to the murder of John Lennon, ex-Beatle, one of the best-known musicians and most influential people of his time. As you heard Dr. Stephen Lynn at Roosevelt Hospital in New York City say, Lennon was shot and killed at about 11 o'clock last night outside his apartment building.
One of those events in my life that you remember exactly where you were and what you were doing when you got the news. I didn't go to school the next day. Just couldn't do it. It's hard to believe it's been 45 years. Birthdays born 100 years ago today. Mr. Wonderful Sammy Davis Jr. He could sing, he could act, he could dance, he could do it all. Never went to formal school. His family was in a dance troupe, and he started dancing with the family at the age of 4 and was a show business legend. The legendary Sammy Davis Jr., Mr. Wonderful, born 100 years ago today. And Greg Allman, Born in the state in 1947, the de facto leader of the Allman Brothers after the death of his brother Dwayne, Whipping Post, Melissa, Midnight Rider, on down the line, and a great piano player, too. Greg Allman, we miss him, born in the state in 1947. And Marion, why she puts up with Eric is a topic of conversation around the bullpen on a regular basis, but we love Marion. It's a milestone for Marion. I'm not going to tell you how old she is today. She knows she's 60. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. We love you, Alpine Air. Keep up the good work. They're the best HVAC company out there. And there's only one way to find out. If you need them, give them a call. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Mike Mignotti has got an opinion. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
This is Mike Mad Dog Mignotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm a critic of Donald Trump. Duh. Now, some people don't like that. And some of the people who don't like my criticism of the man let me know they don't like it. And some of those folks explain that even if Trump does bad things, other politicians do bad things too. Well, you know, you think about it, that's a pretty immature argument, and it didn't even work with your mom when you were in 3rd grade. Now, some other people point out some of the supposed good stuff that our bully in chief is doing and ask me, well, what about these things? And my response is, he's the friggin' president of the United States, for pity's sakes. He better be doing some good things. His doing something positive, however, does not justify his attempts to dismantle our democracy. I just don't think so. This is Mike Mad Dog Mignotti, and that's my opinion.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours.
You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
One of the strongest atmospheric rivers we have seen this time of the year in a very long time is parked on our doorstep, and it's about ready to give us, well, even the word active is a gross understatement. This is going to be one crazy week of weather. The big story, torrential rains for us. The Wenatchee Valley and the east slopes of the Cascades, mudslides. Definitely a concern, especially near burn scars, specifically the lower Sugarloaf fire that burned earlier to the north of the Wenatchee Valley. Not a lot of plant life to hold the soil in shape there. That's not a misprint. East slopes of the Cascades during the next 24 hours are going to get at least 2 inches of rain, up to 4 inches of rain. It's going to come down in buckets in Lake Wenatchee, in Plain, in Leavenworth. Get ready for big time rain. Actually, everybody is going to have big time rain. And in addition to heavy rain tonight, wind. And lots of it. Most of the really strong wind is going to be relegated out to the Columbia Basin. They have a wind warning, as a matter of fact, for Spokane, Moses Lake, and Ritzville. It's going to be windy here. As far as wind gusts tonight, about 33 to 35 miles an hour. Sustained winds tonight for the valley at about 20 miles an hour. Oh, and by the way, it's going to come down big time rain tonight as well. In fact, the entire week is active. It's just one series of another after another, which will result in periods of heavy, heavy rain for the Wenatchee Valley, the kind of stuff we usually don't get around here, and extremely warm temperatures. In case you missed it, we set 2 records over the weekend. Friday, we topped off at 49. That was a new record for December 5th. And then on Saturday, we hit 54 with all that sunshine Saturday afternoon. That tied the record high for December 6th. And keep this in mind, folks, when we talk about our afternoon highs and overnight lows, our normal high, 35, our normal low, 26. Take a look at the forecast, and you'll see that's not quite going to be the case. As you take a look at what we're looking for all this week from the National Weather Service, I'm going to give you the rain totals, all right? So for today, between now and sunset at about 4:30, we're expecting anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rain during the day today. And then tonight, it really comes down. In addition to the very strong winds, overnight tonight, between 1/2 of an inch of rain to 3/4 of an inch of rain tonight. Tuesday, between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch of rain. It's going to rain not as strong on Tuesday, and then boom, system 2. Tuesday night, heavy rain between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of rain on Tuesday night. Wednesday, between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch of rain. We could get here in the Wenatchee Valley over 3, maybe even close to 4 inches of rain between this morning to Thursday night. We have a flood watch in effect. It goes all night tonight. They may issue another flood watch for Tuesday night into Wednesday. It is going to be very, very wet. My brother Eric, if you're watching the show, I need my umbrella back. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.